at this point, this is what might happen. You already know what are the 9 strategies, you know how to create some videos, but what you might be thinking about is, Ajit, I have all of this, but it is overwhelming. What you just told me is just plain overwhelming, and that is not fun. And I totally get you there, and I totally understand what you mean by feeling overwhelmed when you know that there are 9 different strategies to pick from. And that is why I invited you at the starting of this training to not really look at it as these are all 9 of them is what I need to execute. You need to execute maybe 2 or 3 of them. What really stops coaches here is they go, all right, so I got to pick strategies. How do I pick strategies? How do I pick what's the right thing for me to do? The 2 important things that you have to remember to be able to know what strategy to pick. First is congruence. Congruence with you. Congruence with saying, what is the style that I like to communicate in? Now, if you have no idea how to even pick what style to communicate in, I would say test one at a time. You test the video stuff and see if you feel comfortable. You test the written stuff, you see if that is comfortable. You try the podcasting stuff, see if that's comfortable. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You don't have to worry about it. You can always stop doing things that don't work. But first step of really creating and picking your strategy is to find congruence. If you already know in your body, in your energy, as to what is it that really is more congruent to you. For example, you might go, hey, listen, I think I'll do great on video. My first video might not crush it, but eventually I'll be okay with it. And that's what happens sometimes is when you just start writing or being on video, creating podcasts or writing sales letter, you'll suck at the first few rounds, but as you start to do it, you will start to feel, hey, but I still really like the process of it. I would want to continue this process, right? And that's the first way of finding out of what strategies to pick, because it's congruent to you, your body, your soul. And again, if all of them are congruent to you, great. Pick one and start with that. Don't try to go all of them together, because again, that's one thing that stops a lot of coaches. Secondly, is to look at the congruence with the market. A lot of times what happens is as coaches, teachers, trainers, entrepreneurs, we tend to only find congruence with ourselves. We become so centered on us and how to really deliver the best of us, we forget about our market. And you don't want to forget about your market because that doesn't help anyone, right? So what you want to think about is, what is my market really engaging with? What is my market really wanting? What is my market? Where is my market? What are they listening to or watching or reading? What are they doing more of? What are they more connected with? Do they want to get working only high-end products? Do they want to work on digital products? Do they want to read more books? Whatever that is, finding that congruence with the market, which you can do by having conversations with your market. Like pick up the phone, talk to a few of your clients, see how they engage. What do they do? Do they like watching videos? Do they like listening to podcasts? Do they like reading books? And whatever that is, whatever your congruence to your market is the second way of knowing what is it that you want to really present yourself as, and what is it that you want to show up as.